And welcome back, Tufts volleyball fans. It's another gorgeous evening here in Cousins Gymnasium, and we got some action for you tonight. My name is Andrew McMillan, joined by...
I'm Peter Malinowski.
And this should be a good one, folks. We've got what are two easily top three teams from the NESCAC going at it here in Cousins Gymnasium. The Tufts Jumbos, currently undefeated in NESCAC play at 7-0, up against the Middlebury Panthers, currently 5-1 in NESCAC play. That lone loss coming against the Wesleyan. Actually, I have no idea what Wesleyan Cardinals, I think. Wesleyan. That's just a really tough Wesleyan team that the Jumbos will be facing a couple of weeks from now. But suffice to say, these two teams are powerhouses, seeing as the last time that they saw each other was right here on this very court for the NESCAC tournament final, in which the Middlebury Panthers won a thrilling 5-set game over the Jumbos, one of only 4 losses on the year for the 2016 to 2017 Jumbos. So what do you think is going to be up tonight, Peter?
I don't know. Well, it's senior night, so that's a pretty big night for some people around here. Going to see a lot of really good volleyball. Expecting 5 sets out of these ladies tonight. I mean, 2 great teams. We're not going to see anything less than the best in this league. It's going to be hard hitting all around. It's going to be
absolutely
long plays back and forth, and it's going to be a tough night to decide who comes out.
We can easily expect 5 sets and probably a good couple of hours of volleyball coming your way. So don't go anywhere as the teams retreat to their opposite sides in preparation for the national anthem. Senior Alex Garrett is the only one being honored tonight. She's that serving and defensive specialist that we all know and love if you've joined us for volleyball before. So just about 40 seconds left before the national anthem. Here come the announcements, and we'll join you after the national anthem and the team introductions. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tufts University volleyball team is celebrating Seniors Night at Cousins Gymnasium tonight. Prior to starting tonight's match against Middlebury College, Tufts would like to take a moment to recognize our one senior on the 2017 roster, Alex Garrett. During the past 4 years, Alex has been part of a jumbo program that has posted an excellent 79-25 overall record entering tonight's match, including 33-4 against NESCAC opponents. As a junior last year, she played on a jumbo team that advanced to the NCAA quarterfinals for just the 2nd time in program history. This year, she is a leader of a Tufts squad that is undefeated in NESCAC play at 7-0 and is receiving votes in the ABCA national poll. Now for some of Alex's individual achievements. From Allendale, New Jersey, Alex is a biology major with a pre-veterinary concentration. She's one of the top leaders in team history as a 2-year captain, including serving as a lone captain of this year's jumbo team. Alex has been one of the best servers in the New England Small College Athletic Conference during her time at Tufts. Last season, her 50 aces led NESCAC, including a remarkable 7 against Hamilton. This season, she's again amongst the league leaders in aces with 29 to rank 2nd. Not just a serving specialist, Alex has contributed all over the court during her 4 seasons. In 92 career matches, she also has 307 kills in 775 days. A member of the Pre-Med Society on campus, Alex is joined tonight by her parents Bob and Trina. Thanks for your hard work and dedication, Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag for the playing of our national anthem. let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, we're visiting Middlebury. A senior from Verona, New Jersey. Number 4, Emily Kolodka. A senior from Bethesda, Maryland. Number 5, Eliana Schaefer. A freshman from Rye, New York. Number 6, Jamie Donnelly. A freshman from Wichita, Kansas. Number 7, Emma Walsh. A senior from Palo Alto, California. Number 9, Becca Raffel. A senior from Media, Pennsylvania. Number 12, Alice Roberts. A sophomore from Mill Valley, California. Number 15, Gigi Albert. Head coach of the Panthers is Sarah Ronson. She's assisted by Brian Dunlop and Jack English. And now for the host jumbos. A sophomore from Northampton, Ohio. Number 1, Kelly Klimo. A junior from Austin, Texas. Number 6, Angela Yu. A sophomore from Granite Bay, California. Number 8, Bridget Bell. A junior from Wilkes-Barre, Massachusetts. Number 9, Mackenzie Bright. A sophomore from Round Rock, Texas. Number 12, Christina Walker. A sophomore from Palatine, Illinois. Number 13, Heather Holtz. A sophomore from Menlo Park, California. Number 16, Maddie Stewart. Head coach of the Jumbos is Cora Thompson. She's assisted by Madison Smith and Brian O'Keefe.
And that'll be it for the starting lineups coming in at you for this Jumbos Panthers matchup on Friday the 13th. Very spooky time of the year, but nothing spooky about this. Just good old-fashioned volleyball. Quite frankly, well, I take that back about spooky. Just this Middlebury lineup is quite honestly very scary, and this tough loss to Wesleyan came on the back of just 3 straight set losses that were all really tightly contested after taking a quick 2-0 lead in that game. So we'll see how they get the matchup against these currently as yet undefeated in NESCAC play Jumbos, but very easily one can see which players Jumbos need to watch out for. First off is number 9, Becca Raffel, the outside hitter from Palo Alto, California, who earlier this season hit her 1,000th kill in her career. That's good for Middlebury record overall, and just part of her tally of more than 221 kills on the season, easily outpacing her own team and even eclipsing that of kills leader Mackenzie Bright for the Jumbos. So they'll really need to lock down Becca Raffel if the Jumbos want to stay in this. Over to Emma Walsh, though, this freshman setter from, I believe it was also California, if not, whatever. Emma Walsh has been another offensive force for the Panthers, and with 323 assists on the year, and something that the Jumbos will have to watch out for. But for now, Jumbos get the serve. That'll be Angela Yu with a standing serve. That's going to be picked up by Kolodka, set by Schaefer. Free ball from Raffel, set by Yu, and that's a big hit from Christine Walkba. Exclamation point to start this game off. And that's a 1-0 Jumbos lead. Angela Yu will take that serve once again. Really nice set from Angela Yu to set Christine Walkba up. Just no one there to block for that. Yu's standing serve is going to be sent over. That's dug by Alper. Set by Walsh. Free ball for Bridget Bell. Set by Yu. Big hit from Mackenzie Bright's going to be a side out, and that'll tie the score at 1 for the Jumbos there. Not the best hit that we've seen from Mackenzie, but shake it off, keep it going. Lots of volleyball to play.
They're getting a hard start to this game. They're going out there with full force, and you can see the Jumbos really want it tonight.
Becca Raffel's standing serve is going to be ducked by Bell. Set by Yu. Tapped over by Maddie Stewart, and that's going to be too much for Gigi Alper. And a little bit of a change-up there. It's had a talk with a couple of the Jumbo volleyball players earlier this week. They've got names, good like 6 names for each of their hits, and each of the players have their own set of names for their hits. It's insane the number of things that they've got. So Alex Garrett, special senior night, is going to take the serve. That'll be dug by Sessions, set by Alper, and blocked at the net this time by Nwangpa and Stewart. Easy money for the Jumbo defense there on the net, and that'll be back to Alex Garrett once again. Serving specialist, as we mentioned earlier. She's often brought in to get the momentum going for the Jumbos. The all-important mental game being played early. That's going to be dug by Alper. set by Walsh. And I believe a net violation, if I had to guess. When in doubt, net violation is my usual formula for figuring out errors, but oftentimes I'm wrong, and that'll be Alper on the serve. Dug by Bell. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Set by you. Free-ish ball. Sent by Garrett. Dug by Alper. Set by Walsh. That's a big hit this time from, that was number 5, Eliana Schaefer, the senior hitter, coming in for the kill, and that'll tie the score right back up at 3 in the first set. Alper back on the serve here. Standing serve is going to be sent over. Dug by Garrett. Set by you. Maddie Stewart's going to overpower them. That'll be saved by Raffle. Set by Alper. Easy hit by number 14, Sessions. Dug by Garrett. Set by you. And tapped over by Bridget Bell. And that's going to be a nice save from number 1, Rebecca Grace, I believe. Or excuse me, no, that's number 7, Emma Walsh. But no good for the Panthers. And Christina Nwankpa will check out for Kelly Klimo. Klimo on the serve here. 4-3 in the first set for the Jumbos. Jump serve. That's dug by Raffle. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Schaefer. Dug by you. Set by Klimo. Bridget Bell sets. Big hit, and that's called by Alper. You could hear a call out there. Just a little bit of a misjudgment as Bridget Bell's shot finds real estate, and that'll bring the score out to 5-3 in favor of the Jumbos. Klimo back on the serve. Jump serve out to the corner. That'll be dug by Sessions, set by Walsh, tapped over, this time by Roberts. Jumbos find that. Big hit from Bell's going to just barely make it over that net defense. Good effort from Roberts and Schaefer there, but that's going to trickle over into Middlebury territory. Stretch the lead out for the Jumbos, 6-3. Klimo back on the serve. Looking for that momentum. Jump serve. Dug by Raffle. Set by Alper. That's Sessions with a big hit, and that's going to find its way over the Jumbo defense. And something out of nothing there for the Jumbos, but Middlebury defense is up to the challenge. Sessions once again. Dug by Klimo. That's going to go way up. Set by you. Hit from Bell. That's going to be dug by Raffle. Set by Walsh. And a double touch violation. That's a tough one to take because everyone knows you can't hit it twice in a single sort of play like that. And sometimes if you're just making a desperate defense, it just kind of slips out. So Klimo back on the serve, though. That's going to find Sessions. Dug by Walsh. Back to Sessions. Big hit. Nice save by Garrett. Set by you. Free ball from Garrett back to the Middlebury. That's Raffle on the dig. Set by Walsh. Big hit this time from Schaefer, and that'll trickle right by Heather Holtz on defense. Middlebury point brings the score back to 7-4. That's freshman Shea Golden check again for the serve here for the Panthers. Much older squad for the Panthers as opposed to the Jumbos. Got younger from last year as they added more freshmen from their graduating senior corps. You with the set. Big hit from Bridget Bell's not quite going to make it over the net. Bell not super happy with that, but they'll have to take it as Shea Golden keeps her run going. Golden's jump serve is going to go over. Find Klimo. You with the set. Heather Holtz with the hit this time. That's gonna really strangely trickle over the tape there, but will fall down into Panthers territory and bring the lead back out to 3 points. Jumbo lead. Rachel Farash and Sophia Acker checking into the game. Acker, a freshman, has not seen a huge amount of playing time, but she's back in for the Jumbos. Farash, one of the setters for the Jumbos here. Her jump serve is just going to make it over. Dug by Raffle, free ball essentially. Acker back on there. Walsh with the set. Good attempt from Heather Holtz there to make the play, but that'll keep coming. That'll come down in Jumbo territory for a Panther point there. Excuse me, I was misremembering names. That's Jennifer Ryan, number 15, who's coming to play for the Jumbos. My apologies to Sophia and Jennifer Ryan fans. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Raffles. Going to find its way past Ryan and Holtz on the net defense there and bring the Panthers back within 1. This is exactly what I was talking about, Peter. What are you seeing here from the two sides? Yeah, it looks like they've been exchanging points there. The Jumbos had a little bit of a 4-point run there, but Middlebury's come right back at them and still a close game. Absolutely. Just really speaks to the caliber of the two teams. Just not getting shaken even by the early momentum swings. Alper's set there. Big hit from Raffle is going to just barely beat Bridget Bell as that trickles kind of awkwardly. Those digs are just really tough to make. Everyone talks about hitting fastballs being tough. Try digging a full-speed volleyball coming right at your face. Then get back to me. That's going to be Kolodka on the serve. Dug by Garrett. Set by Farash. And that'll trickle over. Heather Holtz just put a little bit too much mustard on that touch to trying to find some free wood on the Panthers side. Middlebury takes their first lead of the game, 9-8. Kolodka's serve. Dug by Garrett. Set by Farash. Big hit from Bridget Bell. Will make it over defense. And Kolodka can't quite make the dive there. Jumbos retie this game at 9 in the first set. Bridget Bell making her first serves of the game. Bridget Bell serves, found by Raffle, set by Walsh. Schaefer on the touch, Farash with the set. Kenzie Bright is going to send it over right to, that's Golden on the dig there. Big hit from Sessions. Excuse me, that was Roberts there. And a really great effort from Alper to make something out of nothing, but she looks to be fine. It's a jumbo point nonetheless. Jumbos retake the lead 10-9. Bryle's serve. Doug. Set from Walsh. Big hit from Raffle's going to stay too far wide. And that'll come out to 11-9 in favor of the Jumbos. Bell with her own little run going. 2 points so far. See if she can make third time being the charm. Really nice defensive play from the Panthers, though. The score does not mean quite anything just yet. And Kolodka just couldn't quite handle Bell's serve there. It's just sometimes you can do everything. It's possible to not make a mistake and still lose, and I think that's a good way to describe that play right there. Just a perfect serve from Bridget Bell, whose next jump serve is going to find Alper. Set by Walsh. That's going to be a free ball for Tufts. Dug by Klimo. Set by Farash. Big hit from Mackenzie Bright's going to beat the defense there. That was Roberts and Walsh who couldn't quite convert that back into a defensive play for the Jumbos. Bridget Bell's on a 4-point tear, and Middlebury is going to take that opportunity for a timeout. Momentum. That's going to be. I think that's going to be the word of the day, and I've made that the word of the day before, but it just can't stress that enough. What about this game and the momentum in this game so far has changed, Peter?
I mean, each team is really swinging it their way. Once they get the serve, they get in a little groove, and they start going. We've had 4-point, 5-point runs here, and the teams have just been crushing the ball. They're hitting the ball so hard at each other. You can see some of these sets that the girls are doing, or the bumps that they're doing.
Absolutely.
The balls are they're not moving at all. The ball's flying halfway up to the ceiling in here, and it's just
absolutely.
They're digging into each other.
That dig from Klimo actually got up above the scoreboard, which is quite a feat if we're thinking about that. That's good. 50, 60 feet in the air. So look for more of that energy coming from the two teams. And the key to this game is going to be who can outthink. And I don't want to say overthink, because that is a little bit too, I don't know. It doesn't quite convey what I want to happen, but neither one of these teams can overpower the other. They both know that, and they know that. So it's a mind game.
Yeah, you could see them at the end there. They were just starting to tap it over a little bit across the blocks that they were setting up, and they took the power off, and they resorted to a little bit more thought.
Absolutely a chess game. Chess game that's happening in each individual mindset. Bridget Bell's next jump serve is going to find, that's number 4, Kolodka on the dig. Holtz is going to send that over. Dug by Golden. Big hit from Raffles, just barely going to be saved by Klimo, but that dig is going to fly out of bounds and be a point for the Panthers.
Yeah, and that was another really hard hit there, and you could see that she just couldn't get to it in time to get the position.
And Raffles probably the only one out of everyone here, just on the court, off the court, who can and will rely on that power just because she has that much skill going into it.
Looked like a double touch there, yeah.
Double touch there for, it must have been Farash, I had to guess. If I was a betting man.
Yep, little in-air set, just didn't get the placement just right.
Roberts to serve, dug by Bell. That'll be set by Bright. Just easy hit back from Bell. That'll be saved at the net by Donnelly. Dug by Walsh. Big hit from Kolodka is going to sail right into the net, and that'll be a jumbo point. Bring the score back out to 14-11. Still a very close game here in the first set.
These teams are not letting off of each other. They're still hitting the ball hard.
Holtz's jump serve. That's going to be dug by Raffles, set by Alper. Kolodka just kind of has to send that over. Bell digs. Furash on the set. Big hit from Nwangpa. That'll be dug by Golden, set by Alper. Kolodka with another free ball. Back to Tufts. Brell to Holtz. Ooh, saved by Nwangpa. Really nice defensive play there. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Raffles. Going to be found by Bright. Set by Furash. Big hit from Bridget Bell's going to go right into the net, who visibly frustrated with how that one turned out after the good defensive effort that went in. Not quite how the Jumbos wanted it to go. There was some good execution, but unforced errors. Another key here for the two sides. Can't commit them. Dug by Klimo. Set by Farash, and a big hit from Bright's just going to be way overpowering. Signature move from Mackenzie Bright there, flying through the air to just finish off the punctuation mark there for the Jumbos. And easily the most power, I think the most raw power just out of on the court, but just maybe not quite as refined as Raffles' attack. Standing serve is going to be found by Kolodka, set by Walsh. Big hit from Schaefer is going to be found by Klimo, set by Yu. Hit from Mackenzie Bright is going to sail just a touch wide, and that is a case in point of what we were just referring to. Really nice power from Mackenzie Bright, just maybe a little bit unrefined. She can rein it in just a touch and find and land her spots. She'll be just as, if not more dangerous than Raffle. Her serve is going to be dug by Bell, set by Yu. Nice hit from Nwangpa is going to. That was a thinking man's hit, I'd say. Thinking woman's hit, excuse me. Not quite too hard, but with just the right amount of spin to kind of beat the defense there. As the points trickle down further towards 25. Jumbo's really pouring the coal on here as Garrett takes her first jump serve. Just barely going to sail wide. Those happen a lot. You're going to see, if you looked at the season statistics, Garrett's going to have by far the most service errors, but she also has by far the most service aces out of anyone on the team. So Alper's jump serve will be found by Garrett. Little too much on the dig there, which is unfortunate, but kind of have to shake those off and keep it going. So score goes to 16-15 here in the first set. Alper's next standing serve will be found by Garrett again. Nice dig, set by Yu. Big hit from Nwangpa. It's going to be too much for Becca Raffle, but Alper makes a play, and Raffle almost kept it alive there. That was almost a really great effort from the Middlebury defense to keep that alive, but nothing doing, and the Jumbos come back out to 17-15, running out of time here in the first set. Kelly Klimo back on the serve. That'll find Becca Raffle, whose dig kind of goes right into Walsh, but she makes it work for Sessions. Yu with the dig, Garrett with the set. Maddie Stewart makes that work, slaps that over. Almost had it down there, but side out for the Jumbos will easily bring the score back to 17-16.
Yep, and we've seen a lot of exchanging points here. The Jumbos and the Cougars have just been going back and forth and back and forth. Just
Panthers there.
Yeah,
make sure we get those mascots right. This is number 10, Shea Golden here on the serve. Nice save from Garrett. Ooh, miscommunication there from the Jumbos. Free ball for Panthers. Alper to Walsh. That was Alice Roberts on the side out there. Keeps this lead out to 2 for the Panthers. Packed house here in Cousins Gymnasium. A lot of people turning out for this tough NESCAC game, and Alex Garrett's senior night must be a really nice time for a lot of noise and a big home crowd for the Jumbos. Rachel Farash's serve is going to sail wide, bring the score to 18-17, and this is what I was talking about. Close scores the entire way through. This is going to happen through all 5 sets if we get to them. We'll see how it takes from there, though. That's Kolodka on the serve, dug by Klimo, set by Furash. Big hit from Bell is going to make it over the defense. Walsh, that was Roberts, back to Raffle. Klimo with the set. Big hit from Jennifer Ryan is going to make it over and bring the score out to 19-7 in favor of the Jumbos.
19-17.
17, excuse me. Good catch there.
Yep, another exchange of points there. We're just keep upping and upping. They go up by 1 each time, but trading off the points.
Bridget Bell back on the serve. almost too much power, but Kolodka's dig is going to make it over. Bright, back to Bell, free ball for Panthers. That was Kolodka to Walsh. This time to Golden, a little bit too much power there for the Panthers. Score goes up to 20-17. And it's just a great show of mental strength on both sides of the court here. Neither team letting the momentum getting to them. Bell's jump serve is going to keep going. That'll be Kolodka to Walsh. Becca Raffle with not too much power, and that's the kind of play calling you want from your defense. That's why you go up every single time in preparation for those less powerful sort of puts almost. I guess that's what I'd call that. Just because if you're Becca Raffle and you just come in with a sort of overpowering Nolan Ryan just fastball every single time, you're going to learn how to pick up on that. And so that's why there are good 5 or 6 hits for every single player. And Raffle's attempt there just wasn't quite good enough for the Jumbo defense, who put it away and brought the score out to 21-17.
Yeah, Jumbos have that solid wall. They like to call it the roof in here, and you can hear it a little bit. It wasn't as strong as last week, but they still got it up. I've seen it, I think, 2 or 3 times tonight. Maybe we'll see it later on in a couple of the sets, but really what we've been seeing is that exchange of points, and the Jumbos pulled away a little bit with a 3-point run right there. They pulled up to 21-17, so extended the lead. We were going back and forth there. It was 17-16, 18-16, 17-18. It was just back and forth, and we weren't really seeing a difference. And last time this happened, Middlebury called a timeout. They pulled right back up, so be curious to see if they can do the same thing, if they can tighten it up against the Jumbos.
Bridget Bell back on the serve for the Jumbos. Jump serve. Nice save, this one from Kolodka, but that sends it right back to Tufts. Klimo with the set. Jennifer Ryan with a big hit, and that's going to split the defense and be too much for Kolodka there, who's really putting herself out there for the defense and for the Panthers defense. But that's a 4-point run for Bridget Bell, whose next serve, dug by Kolodka, set by Walsh, right back to Kolodka, who slaps it over, dug by Bell, set by Faresh, and a nice quick exchange there is going to be a little too much for Kolodka and Alper, and that'll bring the score out to 23-17. And a really nicely designed play there as Faresh, who's quarterbacking this Jumbo's offense right now, is keeping the Panthers guessing as Bridget Bell winds up for her 6th serve. Kolodka's serve dig is too much. Faresh on the set. Nice hit from Jennifer Ryan, but that's going to be dug by Alper. Set by Walsh. Becca Raffle back on the hit. That's Bridget Bell with the dig. Faresh to Bright.
And another double touch there.
Another double touch. Unforced errors. Can't have them. Cannot have them. Very easy to get rattled this late in the game. But Jumbo's really putting a lot of emotion into this since the last time these two teams met. It was very similar to tonight. Packed house. Maybe a little bit more on the line with the NESCAC tournament, but still the same kind of emotion with it being home court advantage right now. And another huge hit from Mackenzie Bright, right back to Emily Kolodka, who's finding herself in a bit of a, getting shoehorned into this defensive specialist position, not necessarily what she's focused in. Heather Holtz is going to take the serve here. That's going to be dug by Raffle, set by Walsh. Another big hit from Raffle is going to. It's not a split quite. It came over a little bit too high for Christina Nwankpa, and just found some free wood on the Jumbo side of the court. Set point here for the Jumbos. That's Walsh on the serve. That'll be dug by Klimo. Set by Faresh. Denied at the net by Nwankpa. And another hit. Oh, Jumbo defense stays strong. Bell's slap hit is going to be dug by Kolodka. A little bit too much. And that'll be first set in for the Jumbos. 25-19. Jumbos take the early 1-0 set lead. And let's check the time here. Game time was 7 o'clock. That was almost a 30-minute first set. And if we take optimistically 2 minutes or 3 minutes between sets, that's going to be a 2.5-hour game, folks. Aren't we? Well, not quite, because fifth set's only played to 15, but still, that is more than 2 hours of volleyball left to play, and aren't we excited? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back this time with more new JumboCast members. Stay with us.
whatever goes for it.
Yeah, I'm just worried there's so many. 25 points is like a set.
Yeah.
You don't have to know
First
too
four
many names.
set. So,
Would you prefer that I plug in the third headset, or do you want to just take off?
What's switch off?
Because I can put this on. Are you taking off?
No, he'll take this. We'll switch off between sets. This is only going to 5 sets. We'll get into the sets and walk through the You'll be no color. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Okay. And I'll be exactly what I've been doing with you. Just like tossing and hard. Just say Panthers. Make some ups and you're watching it. Have you played sports? You know what's like effort level, and like you can tell when someone is beaten versus making enough first air, right? It's like somewhat unfamiliar.
So are you gonna like say when you figure that out?
Pretty much. I'll say like looks like Rafa was kind of upset with how she did that there. What do you think maybe happened? Or like, what do you think was in her head? Or like, she slipped. What's up?
Are you gonna like cross me or should I just come?
Oh yeah, I'll go. Anything really. If I stop to take a break, if I stop to take a break, and you have something like that, I'll do my best about Steve over here. But we don't want to miss too much of the action. So, but if we get on a tangent, maybe we start talking about something else random, I might like interject with something about the play.
So
it's very fluid. It's just like
I don't know exactly what the rules are like area, but there's two types of hits. There's called an attack.
once the horn goes off,
So you're allowed to walk, and that doesn't count for like
Going back to volleyball, I'm joined by what about each of these? I'm Trevor, last name. I'm from the here. First game here with JumboCast, really excited to get
stand there and like jump up and like
thanks, Trevor. Back to it. So, it's just two. It's just leave it as the two of us talk. Nobody else but it's just like a couple of cool headsets. That's that.
there's something. Basically, if you're injured with it,
Watch Alper and watch Kalodka. Number
15 and 4.
Once four comes back in.
All right, and we're back to volleyball here at Cousins Gymnasium. I'm joined by one of our newest JumboCast members.
Hi, I'm Trevor Russo. I'm a freshman here at Tufts, and I'm excited to start doing JumboCast.
Hell yeah, Trevor. Let's get into this. We've got a second set. We're about to start with Gigi Alper on the serve. Jumbo's up 1-0 in sets. That's going to be dug by Bell, set by you. Nice hit from Stewart. That's going to be saved by Sessions. Find our way back into the game. Hit by Schaefer. Nice save from you. A little awkward there from Mackenzie Bright. And a nice slap hit from Bell is going to be sent right into the net. Bell can't be too happy about that right now.
No. It was a good effort, especially by number 6U, I believe.
Yes. She's got the hustle for sure to be oh gosh, there it is again, showcasing the willingness to dive. That was a big hit from number 5 Schaefer off of Walsh's set. Panthers take a 2-0 lead here in the second set.
Yeah, they seem to be coming out firing a lot more than they did in the first half. Let's see how it goes.
Alper out to Bell, you to Bright. That'll just trickle right in, and that's what I call a campfire. And I explain this every time, but especially since you're new, I get to explain it again, which I love.
Okay.
Just when everyone kind of goes in a circle right to that single point in the center, it looks like everyone's all around a campfire. That's a campfire. Alex Garrett, super senior, back on the serve for the Jumbos. Jump serve, gonna sail right into the net and give the point over to the Panthers. Schaefer's going to check out for Shea Golden, who will take her, I believe, third, maybe fourth set of serves for the game and the Panthers. Golden serve, dug by Garrett, set by you. Big hit from Christina Nwakpa. It's insane, the number of Tufts women over there who can showcase that kind of pair. Nwakpa's got it, Bright's got it, Bell's got it, Stewart's got it, Holtz has got it.
I know number 12 has really stood out, power of her serve. She's really gotten a lot of kills so far.
Klimo out to Sessions, dug by Alper, back to Sessions, dig by you, set by Klimo, Garrett. That's going to be dug by Golden, set by Walsh. Schaefer's hit is going to trickle around kind of knock around inside next to Heather Holtz and Bridget Bell. Lovely alliterative names there for everyone. Emily Kolodka on the serve. Jump serve, dug by Garrett. Set by Yu. Maddie Stewart there. Nice hit. Not too powerful, but it managed to glance off Becca Raffles' hands a little awkwardly and be just enough for the Jumbos to get the point. Rachel Farash on the serve. Jump serve over to Alper. Set by Walsh. Nice hit from Raffle. Probably going out. Garrett felt the need to save that. That'll be good enough to keep the ball in play. That's Golden to Walsh. Back out to Raffle. And just enough to make it over Heather Holtz's outstretched hands and into Jumbo territory for the Panthers point.
Notice both teams have given great effort on balls that clearly shouldn't be saved, but are.
Just speaks to the caliber of the teams and the quality of play here. Fresh with the set and a big hit from Jennifer Ryan. She's really showing up this game. Another one of those players that we were just listing off who can and do showcase this kind of pinpoint power with the application with the ball. It's not always, doesn't always show up, at least with the accuracy sometimes, but it can really they can really make their presence known for different plays. Good effort from Klima there to keep the ball alive, but the bounce is just a little too far for any other Jumbo to make use of. Emma Walsh on the serve this time. Main setter for the Panthers here, running a 5-1 rotation. Dig by Bell's going to be a little too far. That'll give the Panthers a 7-4 lead, and a bit of a different tone here from the first time. And that almost just has to do with who served first. Almost like home court advantage, which is a very tangible thing in volleyball. But a tough thing to really sort of actively quantify because it's just one serve. That's all you get from one serve, whereas baseball, it's very huge, very big difference with home court advantage. But see how the Jumbos can turn it back around here. Still down only 2 points early in the second set. Farash's serve is going to be dug by Alper, set by Walsh. That's going to be a nice hit from Eliana Schaefer. Kind of split everyone just straight down the lane. Find some open real estate deep in Jumbo territory for a Panther point. 8-5 in favor of Middlebury early in the second set. Becca Raffles, standing serve. Mackenzie Bright not happy with that. You can see the kind of amused frustration on her face with how that went. Cora Thompson's first time out of the game is going to be with her team down by the biggest margin they've had so far this game. And Trevor, any sort of comments on maybe how things have played out differently this set?
Yeah, I think that this might be just me thinking this, but I think when Yu was in there serving, they really had like more of a cohesion. Yu's setting abilities are really. And I think Middlebury's really come out much stronger than they did in the.
That is actually a really good point to make about Rachel Fresh has made a much. Is playing a much bigger role this game than quite frankly I've seen her all season so far, and it's really great of Coach Cora Thompson to be trusting her with such a big responsibility. And the Jumbos run a 6-2 rotation as much as they possibly can with multiple setters, multiple hitters, just all kinds of options in both the front and the back court. But you're absolutely right. We've seen you in that position as being the primary setter a lot more, and that just is reflected by the fact that you has an order of magnitude more assists than Farash does. But Coach Cora Thompson really trusting Farash here. Maybe a lingering injury could be nagging Angela Yu, and so limited play here in an important NESCAC matchup for both teams here. Becca Raffles' next standing serve is going to be found by Bell, set by Farash. Pump fake from Nwangpa, hit from Bright is going to be saved. That's a big hit from Sessions, and that is going to trickle out towards, it'll be a side out actually, a bit of a strange funkiness there as it reflected out into an out of bounds landing and a point for Middlebury. Becca Raffles, next standing serve, dug by Bright, successfully this time. Big hit from Nwangpa, dug by Walsh. Nice save from Sessions there to keep the ball alive, basically a free ball. Kenzie Bright taps it over, and that had Gigi Alper fooled good and proper, who breaking one direction and couldn't quite keep it together to save it.
Yeah, great splitting of the defenders there on that hit.
Absolutely. Angela Yu checking back in along with Maddie Stewart. Yu's standing serve is going to be awkwardly dug by Alper, and it's a fair hit, but just not close enough for Raffle or Golden to reach.
Yeah, it seemed like that was too low for a set, but
that
too
was
high
Walsh.
for a bump there.
Dig by Sessions. A little strange net action going on there, but that's dug by Stewart, set by Yu. And a big hit from Mackenzie Bright's going to just easily overpower Eliana Schaefer and Jamie Donnelly on the net defense there. Good for a Tufts point, and that'll bring the score back to 8-10. Just another game of momentum here. Middlebury pounced first, but the Jumbos are still in it. Yu standing serve, dug by Sessions, set by Walsh. Back to Sessions, who taps it over, saved by Yu. Set by Klimo, back to Bright, who I guess I'd call that medium power. What do you think of that? That definitely wasn't one of her signature flying through the air.
I mean, a couple of points before, she absolutely smashed it in there.
Absolutely. Discussed that earlier. Don't want to do that every time. Sometimes do have to get the net ball over the net.
They didn't have the air she wanted on that.
Awkward reactions from Bell and Klimo, just couldn't. Not what Tufts needs at this point in time for the game. Gigi Alper gets a nice service ace, or not quite a service ace, but good point there. Her next serve, handled by the Jumbos, and just what we were talking about. Mackenzie Bright back at it again with a huge flying kill. Once again, bringing her. I don't even want to know where she's at on her season total, but that's the reason why she leads the Jumbos on in kills for the season. Really just coming into her own during her sophomore season. Alex Garrett back on the serve. Just barely sailing wide, and Garrett can't be too happy with that. I believe that's her second service error on the game, but nothing's going to shake Jumbo's concentration this game. Still very close, 13-9 in favor of Middlebury. That's Shea Golden on the serve. Dug by Garrett, set by Yu. Nice stop and a good hit from Nwankpo. That's saved by Raffle. That's going to be sent over by Sessions, and Bridget Bell's dig is not quite good enough. Garrett falling spectacularly for that.
Looks like that ball had her turned around.
That's actually something else Garrett does really well. It's just really laying out for balls, but still sort of sticking the landing and making it, as injury-free as possible. That'll be a dig by Klimo, set by Yu. Nice play from Yu there, just sort of keeping the defense guessing. It's very easy to just sort of choose one target and stick with it for the entire night, but Yu has the ability to just to switch things up. She doesn't choose Nwankpa every single time. You don't just choose the person sort of standing next to you and in front of you. You've already seen Yu a couple of times sort of set the ball, but behind her. She doesn't even see it. It's like a no-look pass in basketball almost. It's just defenses don't expect it, and you can see right there. Not quite the point conversion we might have been looking for from the Jumbos, but you could see just how quickly things changed on that offensive play as she went behind her. No look, no nothing whatsoever, no indication, and Nwankpa was there to just easily tap it over. Really nice play call from Angela Yu and Rachel Farash for that matter, both doing a fantastic job on the setting this game. That serve is going to be dug by Sessions, set by Walsh, tapped over by Alper. Awkward set for Yu. Nice hit from Bell is going to hit the side spoke and be a Panther point. It's 16-10 in favor of the Panthers, and Jumbos are running out of room here in the second set, letting things get away from them just a touch.
Middlebury's really wide in this lead.
Kolodka's jump serve will be dug by Garrett, set by Yu, bumped over by Bell, saved by Golden, set by Walsh. Really nice hit from Raffle on a sort of desperate poke there from Yu is going to keep the ball alive for the Jumbos. Reset. Nice play from Yu and Farash, but that's going to be saved. And a weird tap over. That's going to be good for a Jumbo point. Kind of interesting how that played out. I couldn't actually quite tell what was going on, but good enough for Middlebury to not be happy with how that ended up. 16-11 in favor of the Panthers. Yu trading back out for Farash. Farash on the serve this time. Jump serve. Dug by Kolodka. Set by Walsh. I'll be tapped over by Schaefer. Or, excuse me, that was Roberts on the play. Big hit from Jennifer Ryan. Alper didn't like it. She that's the kind of thing where kind of tie another sports analogy back in as if a batter sort of looks at a strike 3 just kind of sailing by. Didn't like it, so just kind of have to let it go.
I got to walk back to the dugout on that one.
Dug by Roberts, set by Walsh. Slow hit from Raffle. Saved by the Jumbos. Dug by Alper. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Raffle. This time is going to be dug by Klimo. Set by Furash. Jennifer Ryan this time is going to be. That's going to. I believe that caught Golden. Just kind of glanced by her on the way out. Good enough for a jumbo point. They've just cut the lead in half, just like that. Just a couple of minutes between momentum swings. Set by Walsh. Hit from Raffle. Is going to be found by Garrett. Furash out to Bridget Bell. Nice net defense there from the Middlebury Panthers. That was number 7, Emma Walsh, and number 12, Alice Roberts, just absolutely denying Bridget Bell at the net. So good play there from the Jumbos. Just couldn't quite make things happen overall. That's Roberts' standing serve is found by Garrett, set by Furash. Just a little tap from Bell. Push from the Panthers is found by Garrett. Furash to Jennifer Ryan. And this time, no luck for the Jumbos there as that one just sails wide. Scores goes out to 18-13 in favor of the Panthers.
A lot of power on that hit, though.
Absolutely. A lot of raw talent from the Jumbos here. Young squad going up against a lot of seniors on this Middlebury team, except from Furash. Yeah, really nice hit from Bridget Bell, but too much. This time that was number 6, Jamie Donnelly, and number 9, Becca Raffle. Interesting dichotomy of youth and experience there from Donnelly and Raffle. And more talk about the difference in tone between these sets. Middlebury just much more calm about this. So, what do you think, Trevor?
Yeah, I think their organization has been a lot better this set than last set. I think last set they had a lot of sort of communication errors. They seemed a little unsure. Now they've sort of regrouped. I think that losing that set was allowed them to get back into it, get their minds.
Just kind of loosen up, right? It's just get the jitters out, get your sea legs under you, and find things again. Jumbos have displayed a lot of really great mental toughness in the past against teams like Bowdoin, teams like Amherst, teams like Milliken, for example. Some top 25 teams that they've shown some really great resilience against, but that's not going to mean anything if they can't take down their NESCAC opponents. So. Still in the second set, still tons of volleyball left to play, but sometimes these things can be a little indicative of how the rest of the game is going to go. So let's look to the Jumbos to really lock things down and get back on their mental discipline here. And as the Middlebury Panthers look to capitalize on a 6-point lead deep in the second set. This is Roberts, standing serve, dug by Bell, set by Furash. Nice hit from Garrett is going to be saved by Roberts. Dug by Garrett, set by Furash. Tap from Ryan is going to be saved by the Jumbos. And this time it's going to be floated over. And Bridget Bell's trickery there is going to be just too much for the Panthers defense. And that'll bring the score out to 19-14 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah. Floater seems to be a good weapon in the arsenal. It's like pitcher has a blazing fastball and a wiped out curveball. Have to prepare for both.
Easy to catch, though. If you're not careful, you have to be very careful with how you apply the floaters because those are easily found and easily turned into hard defensive plays.
Oh, definitely.
Maddie Clay checking in for the Jumbos here, taking out Bridget Bell. A little more defensive specialty. Another sophomore finding some more playing time in a tough NESCAC game. Jump serve from Walsh. Nice dig from Clay. Takes Furash to Ryan. Out to Alper. Walsh with the set. And that was Schaefer to Furash, out to Bright, who puts that down. Miscommunication there. A little bit of a collision from Kolodka and Alper. They both look to be fine, but that's a jumbo point and brings the score out to 15-20 in the second set.
Yeah, something you were saying earlier to the youth of this jumbo squad. It's senior night, and the Jumbos only have one senior being celebrated, so that just really speaks to the maturity beyond their years of this jumbo squad.
Lots of talent. They're going to be a serious force to be reckoned with for the next couple of years with this strong sophomore core they have going on. Becca Raffles' standing serve is going to just barely trickle over the net and be too far away for Clay to make a play on that. It'll be an easy service. That'll be a service ace for Becca Raffle. Raffles' serve, awkwardly saved by Bright, but Klimo and Bell are there to pick her up. Walsh with the serve. Or set, excuse me, and that was number 5, Eliana Schaefer on the play there for the Middlebury Panthers. Raffle on her 3rd serve in a row, 23-15 for the Panthers. Dug by Clay, set by Ryan. Free ball for Klimo. Raffle to Walsh. That's Donnelly to Clay. That's Farash to Klimo. Raffle with the dig. Walsh with the set. That's Sessions, denied at the net this time by Nwangpa, and a jumbo point, 24-16 in favor of the Panthers. Maddie Clay with a nice save there off the let. And a good effort, a good thought by Jennifer Ryan, but that's just going to go sail out for a side out and a fairly convincing Middlebury win in the second set here. But we're going to take another quick break here at JumboCast, and we'll be right back for 3rd set action there. Thanks for joining us, Trevor. I'd say it's better than even money that we'll see you back for the 4th set. So stick around, volleyball fans, and we'll be right back.
All right, we'll see you then.
Rose gold. I usually put one out, but I don't do this time. Because I forgot your training. That's what I had. That's what I had open. 2054. That's my card. 2054. We're gonna do that. Go to Tufts. Google search Tufts volleyball. First result, go to the roster. And that's what I'll do. We're back on. We're just gonna swap every second. Bonnie, are we live? Just gonna start talking again.
And we're back. Back to some more of this, quite frankly, intense volleyball action. Tufts took the first set against those Middlebury Panthers. fairly comfortably, but Middlebury responded with an even more emphatic victory over, those Jumbos in the second set. Scores were 25-19 and 25-15. As we entered into this third set, this is often the moneymaker round. If people can take 2-1 rounds, it's tough to dig yourself out of that hole and win 2 sets in a row for just any kind of purpose, any kind of way to go about this. But we're back to volleyball. Angela Yu back on the serve. Dug by Sessions, set by Walsh, right back to Sessions. That'll be dug by Klimo. Yu out to, that's Mackenzie Bright on the hit there. Alper to Walsh. That time to Schaefer. Dug by Klimo, set by Yu. Nice hit from Bright, good save from Nwakpa, set by Yu. Jennifer Ryan there. Poke save from Walsh. Nice hit from Sessions this time, dug by Ryan, set by Yu. Put from Stewart, dug by, set, ooh. Really nice play there from the Jumbos, just staying on top of everything, and a bit too much for Walsh, Raffle, and Schaefer there. Good.
Nice long volley there, yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to see many more of those before the end of the night. Yu back in to Sessions, Raffle. A little bit too much for Mackenzie right there as she takes it down. Panthers tie the score in the third set at 1. Shea Golden here. Her next set of serves. Jump serve. Found by Ryan. Set by Yu. Maddie Stewart with a really nice hit there. And that's the precision we're talking about. The Jumbos can keep their heads and maintain that kind of precision all throughout the game. They're going to be tough to beat against these Middlebury Panthers. But if the Panthers, with their more increased experience or their larger wealth of experience, can sort of keep them off their game, it'll be tough to break through. Garrett serve to Alper, set by Walsh. Blocked at the net by the Jumbos. Free ball from Alper. Garrett to Yu. This time to Nwakpa. Cross court, dug by Golden. Put from Walsh, tried to save things out. And a little bit too much for the Jumbos there. Luck was not on their side for that one to keep the ball on the Panthers side of things.
But bringing the intensity here, really, these two teams have come out. You can really see the communication on the field now. They're just talking. They're active on their feet whenever somebody makes a call.
Kolodka's serve, dug by Garrett, set by Yu. Nice hit from this time by Sophia Acker. She's found her way back into the game, and a nice hit from Garrett. A little bit too much for Emily Kolodka as she sort of pancakes that one. That's where try to get your hand in between the court and the ball. Klimo on the serve now for the Jumbos. Must-win game for the Panthers here if they want to stay atop the NESCAC rankings. Jumbos look to maintain their undefeated streak in the NESCAC. Becca Raffle's big hit is going to be too powerful for Alex Garrett, and the Panthers retie their set at 3. All possible tie scores so far here in the third set, indicative of how this game is going to swing back and forth. And that's going to be Alice Roberts on the serve, sailing wide and taking the service error. 4-3 in favor of the Jumbos.
And very similar to how the second set started off, with them just trading points for the first 12 matches.
Maddie Stewart's serve, dug by Raffle. Alper. That time to Donnelly. That's Angela Yu and Jennifer Ryan there to make the block and keep the ball over in Maddie Stewart's hands. 5-3 in favor of the Jumbos. Stewart trickling over. Donnelly to Walsh. Back to Raffle. Stewart to Yu. And that's Sophia Acker on the kill this time. Jumbos take their largest lead of the set, 6-3 here in the third. And a good setup there from Sophia Acker. Haven't quite seen that power from her yet, but Panthers know she's a force now. Stewart to Raffle. Walsh, right back to Raffle. Good attempt, but nothing doing from Acker. Acker's slap is going to be found by Alper. Set from Walsh. Big hit from Raffle. Dug by Garrett. Set by Yu. Back to Acker. Down to Alper. Walsh. This time to Donnelly, floats to Stewart. Stewart, a little bit too much to the Middlebury defense. Nice hit from Sophia Acker. That's going to be dug by Golden. Really good effort from Sophia Acker and Kelly Klimo there. Really, you can hear the applause now from that one. Just nothing doing. Oh, wow, that was a tough point. I totally missed that. My apologies to the viewers at home. Maddie Stewart, 5th serve here. Dug by Alper, set by Walsh. Donnelly to Stewart, to Yu. Acker's big hit is going to be denied at the net. Yu with the set. Garrett comes flying in, but that's going to sort of trickle down below into the net and give the point to the Panthers, breaking up that Tufts run at 4.
Number 7,
Emma Walsh. To Klimo. To Yu. Jennifer Ryan being denied at the net this time by Donnelly and Raffle. Middlebury net defense has considerably stiffened up here in the 3rd set. A lot of those were finding their way into, a lot of those balls from the Tufts side were finding their way into splits and just over different players. Acker to Alper, to Walsh, this time to Schaefer. Sophia Acker once again, that's going to find its way down, and that's the position we were talking about earlier. If the Jumbos can keep it together and not lose the sort of, it's a game percentage of small percentages, a 1%, 2% difference in focus is going to keep the ball either in or out.
Yeah, their formations and just the quick little movements on their feet, keeping them in place, really adds up.
Kolodka to Walsh. That's Becca Raffle flying through, but Klimo is equal to the challenge. A double touch for the Jumbos there. Brings the score to 8-6 here in the 2nd set. Still close game and a lot of volleyball left to play.
Yep, we saw the Jumbos take a little run there and they got ahead, but Middlebury is staying right with them on that.
Whoa, that was too much for even me to fall. Huge hit from Bright. Easily denied at the net. Just flies right back into Klimo's face. And she looks to be fine, just maybe a little bit shaken up by volleyball to the dome.
Yeah, these balls are coming flying over the net. These spikes are.
An effective dig for Klimo. Bright just kind of went wide. And that'll be a service error for Becca Raffle. Not a usual sight from her. Jennifer Ryan's going to take this serve for the Jumbos. A lot of height here, a lot of offensive firepower for Cora Thompson's Jumbos. Walsh with the set. And that's number 5, Eliana Schaefer with the kill. Sophia Acker sort of taking responsibility for that one. Klimo checking back in to add a little bit of defensive stiffness to the Jumbos' backcourt. Alper, standing serve to Acker. Yu. Finding Bright. Nice hit from Bright. Is going to cross the court and just be a little bit too much for Alper to catch. 10-8 in favor of the Jumbos here in the 3rd set.
Had a nice line of sight right down that. You can see that she looked right at the block there and did not want to try to go through it.
Absolutely, and that's the refinement we were talking about with Mackenzie Bright earlier in the game. A little awkward, sort of almost a swan dive from Kelly Klimo as she attempted to start, but knew she wasn't going to quite get there in time.
Was going for that campfire.
Kept herself from injuring herself. Might have actually slipped on some sweat there as Nwankpa takes a towel and cleans up the court. Shea Golden on the serve for the Panthers here, 10-9 in favor of the Jumbos. Golden's serve will be found by Klimo. Set by Yu. And just tapped over, put over, I don't even know what, but that was an effective changeup from Bright, who's been just showcasing her power the last few volleys here. Brings the lead out to 2 in favor of the Jumbos. 3rd set, 11-9. Alex Garrett, serving specialist, super senior, any kind of SS combination you can think of. Tweet him out to @JumboCast. Her serve is going to be found by Raffle, set by Walsh. A little awkward hit from number 12, Alice Roberts, is going to, I don't even know how to describe that. I want to say it beat the Tufts defense because, yeah, maybe it did. Tufts defense kind of let it beat them. Emily Kolodka on the serve. 11-10 in favor of the Jumbos. Powerful serve, dug by Garrett. Set by Yu. Nice hit from Sophia Ackers, just barely going to make it over through that net defense. This time it was Emma Walsh and Alice Roberts. Brings the score out to 12-10 in favor of the Jumbos. Approaching that halfway mark here in the third set. Klimo. Her serve will be found by Kolodka. Set to Walsh. And another great hit from Alice Roberts, who's really coming into her own a little bit here in the third set. Not much of a contributing factor in that first set. Sort of misfortune for the Panthers. She looks to continue her winning ways with a standing serve. Garrett finds it. Yu to Stewart, and that's going to overpower Emily Kolodka there. Really nice hit from the sophomore from Menlo Park, California. Little my neck of the woods, actually. Really close in. That'll stretch the lead, and Stewart will look to do what Roberts was just looking to do. Continue her winning ways. Serve found by Raffle. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Donnelly is going to be just barely saved by Ryan. Garrett flies in, sends it back over. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Raffle is going to be tapped by Klimo as it sails out of bounds, but that was almost certainly going to find some real estate deep in Jumbo territory. Brings the score to 13-12 in favor of Tufts. Emma Walsh on the serve. Jumbo's calling another faux timeout for a little courtside cleanup.
Yeah.
Were you on the broadcast with me, Peter, during the UMass Boston game?
Can't say that I was.
Volleyball fans might remember me and my partner calling out Tufts for what I would call it an excessive number of times clearing the court. I think it was something like 13 times over the course of the game to once by UMass Boston. Emma Walsh's serve was nicely dug by Garrett, and Angela Yu, instead of doing her usual things, setting up one of her hitters, just decided to take it herself, quarterbacking her own play and taking in the kill for herself. Brings the score out to 14-12. Really nice thinking play from Angela Yu once again. Acker. A little bit too much power on the serve there. Service error, 14-3 in favor of the Jumbos. 14-13, excuse me. Doing that again. Gotta watch that. Becca Raffle, easily one of the most dangerous Middlebury players. Nice serve. Well done from the Jumbos side of things. Not a great show of sportsmanship from some of the Jumbo fans right now, making a little bit too much noise during Middlebury's attempts to play. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Ryan standing serve. Found by Alper. Set by Walsh. Big hit from Sessions is going to be a little bit too much for Jennifer Ryan, who makes a dive, really goes for it, but not quite good enough. Score stays within one. 15-14 in favor of the Jumbos. More of the same from the Jumbos fans. We might have to say something about that. But that's good enough for the Panthers as Mackenzie Bright's hit kind of trickles into the net. Score is tied at 15. Now we're pretty deep in the third set.
Yeah, and that's the first 2-point run that we've had in the last while. They've just been trading points back and forth this whole time.
Acker to Yu. Back to Acker. Nice save from Alper. Set from Walsh. Tapped down by Roberts this time. Alice Roberts with a really nice kill there as that just kind of barely beats Stewart. First time out of the set called by Cora Thompson just to kind of get a breather. And again with the momentum. Tufts,
Middlebury just took the lead there. You didn't even realize that, but Tufts had the lead for the longest time there, and they just snuck ahead.
Tufts has shown some really nice resolve this game with just sort of maintaining that sort of almost arm's length distance against the Panthers. But as you just said, Panthers take their first lead of the set here. You know, still time left to play, but we're now a good distance past the halfway point. Just what does Middlebury have to do to stay in control of this set and then the game?
Middlebury has to keep it fast, keep it active. They have to stay super focused. These teams both, you saw at the very beginning, they were talking a lot. They were fast on their feet. I think it's dying a little bit now. Maybe in the huddle they talked about that, going to get some new energy to keep it clean, but we've seen both these teams come out, hit hard, and also just receive very well. They're bumping the balls, and we're watching them go way up into the air here. It's just
100%. It's if Middlebury can keep the speed of the game up, they'll be able to keep the Jumbos unbalanced. They use that experience over them, but Jumbos excel when they slow the pace of the game down and just wear out their opponents. They have the conditioning, they have the talent, but if Middlebury can keep them off their toes, then that's going to be too much. That'll retie the score, though. Really nice play from Christina Nwankpa as the net defense from Middlebury betrays them just a little bit that time. That rebound is going to bounce out into out-of-play territory. Score is tied at 16 apiece. Used floater, found by Alper, set by Walsh. It's going to be sent over by Roberts. To Klimo. Maddie Stewart with a big hit this time. That's just going to barely beat the net defense for the Panthers. 2-point run for the Jumbos as they take back their lead and have really retaken actually back the pace of the game. That was a really nice timeout called by Cora Thompson. Another slightly sped up this time. Raffle to Walsh. That was Schaefer. Stewart this time. Another nice hit from Stewart and a 3-point run for the Jumbos here. 18-16 in favor of Tufts. This time, Middlebury timeout. And exactly the kind of tone shift, and it's all coming back to that momentum again. Yep. It's all the mental game. If it's whoever can, I don't want to call it mental chess because that's that's a cliche and not exactly right. But even it was the kind of thing where at the end of the second set, despite the fact that Middlebury had that 10-point lead, that demolished Tufts there. Tufts actually had a couple of good runs that really sort of set the tone for the end of the set, and then they carried that over into this third set. It's a weird sort of disconnect, but it's very present and even present now here late in the third set with a 2-point lead for Tufts.
Yeah, and this third set's been very different from the first and the second set, where in the first and second set, one team's pulled ahead and kind of just hung there. And then at the end, they maybe pulled a little bit more ahead and won the set. But this one is just going back and forth. These teams know that this third set is deciding who's going to pull ahead.
Absolutely. Hammer and tongs set the tone for the fourth set here. Floater from you is going to be found by, that was Roberts this time. And a big hit from the Panthers is going to side out for the Jumbos. And that's going to be Schaefer and Shea Golden checking back into the game.
That's a big Middlebury point.
Absolutely.
Right,
keep the game close. 18-17 in favor of Tufts. Acker to you. Big hit from Bright's going to sail out of bounds. A little bit too far to the right for ref to be happy with. Not really happy with the proximity on that one. I wouldn't be either if I had a Mackenzie Bright fastball coming straight between my eyes. Shea Golden on her second serve is just barely going to trickle over, and a service ace for the Panthers. I hate to see those because it goes back to what we were saying, not commit a mistake and still lose. Another one of those situations here as Middlebury can't do much about it. Golden to Acker to Nwankpa. Free ball for Middlebury. Thankfully not an easy point there, but that's Sessions blocked at the net by Mackenzie Bright and Christina Nwankpa this time. The roof, you can hear the ooze coming from roofing that one as score is retied at 19. Alex Garrett really looking to put the nail in the coffin here for the Jumbos. Serving specialist can really turn the game around by herself almost. Serve is found by Raffle, set by Walsh. Hit from Sessions is denied at the net. This time it's Stewart and Nwankpa. Nwankpa still finding herself in the middle of those blocking efforts. It's often her and Heather Holtz who find themselves up there. This time it's been Maddie Stewart and Mackenzie Bright. Garrett's next serve, found by Raffle. A little bit too far this time, and a really nice play from Sophia Acker. Heads up volleyball, just to keep it forcibly down on the Panthers' territory. Second timeout from Middlebury called.
Tufts got a little 3-point run there, and Middlebury knows that they can't have that. If they go anymore, it's going to be a little bit too much for them.
Absolutely.
So they need to keep this game close.
And you have to remember that even if Tufts wins this set, or it doesn't matter who wins this set. It's all about who has almost the mental edge, and
it's momentum.
You could argue almost that it would be beneficial, not beneficial, but it's almost a wash because yes, there's the pressure of having to win that fourth set in order to stay alive. But a lot of teams like that. You've seen it in playoff, in any kind of playoffs or any sport. Once you're back up against the wall, it's win or go home. That's when you put up or shut up. And this Middlebury team is inordinately capable of putting up with Becca Raffle, Emma Walsh, and Sessions all throwing down some amazing games so far. To say nothing of Alice Roberts, Kolodka, and Schaefer. So diverse host of game changers here as Garrett takes her fourth serve in a row. Raffles' dig is not going to be quite good enough though, and it's 22-19, deep in the third set for the Jumbos. This is the momentum we were talking about. Alex Garrett, almost even just that by herself, those last two serves. Her serves really just sort of currently sealing the deal for the Jumbos. Awkward from Sessions to Walsh, and just not good enough. That was Roberts trying to make something out of nothing there, who couldn't, but she wasn't prepared for it. That's 23-19 in favor of Tufts. 5 in a row so far for Alex Garrett.
Yeah, those last two plays were quite strange from the Middlebury team that we were seeing. They were just kind of let off a little bit.
Really doing a nice job of switching up the zones here. She sort of floats that one in for Golden. That's a big hit from Roberts. Saved by Klimo. That's Nowakpa this time. Really great split ball from Angela Yu this time. Split quite everyone. There just wasn't anyone left for that lane, and this is it. This is exactly what Alex Garrett was brought in to do. Seal the deal, keep this run going. She looks to take her 7th and final serve of the game, or of this run, excuse me. Sessions, not quite. Commentators curse there. You need to not call those kinds of things, as Nowakpa couldn't quite keep the roof intact for the Tufts defense. Panthers retake the ball, need to score at least 4 points to keep the game alive. Kolodka's jump serve, dug by Klimo. A little bit too much muster on that, and that's a put for, if I had to guess that was you. It's a good effort from Klimo, just a little bit too much power. Kolodka, service error right into the net, and that's going to give that third set straight over to the Jumbos. Really great effort from both teams in the third set, as they knew, now's the time. Now was the time to get going. But a little bit, just kind of a little bit of a scare after that really nice run from Alex Garrett. So we'll see who really maintains the mental edge going into the fourth set. So still tons more volleyball left to play here at Cousins Gymnasium, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. And we're back. Fourth set action here from Cousins Gymnasium. I am rejoined by our newest, baddest trainee, Trevor. How's it going, Trevor?
It's pretty good.
This is
third set.
This is the kind of senior night people dream of, that athletes dream of. You just, NESCAC rival, great game. You're up 2-1 in the fourth set, and just looking to put this game away. This is exactly where I'd want to be if I was Alex Garrett. Gigi Alper's serve is going to be found by Acker, set by you. A little bit too much there from Maddie Stewart, as that'll sail wide, give the Middlebury Panthers an early 1-point lead in the fourth. Alper, standing serve. Ooh, miscommunication there from the Jumbos, but Klimo's there to save it. Stewart blocked at the net. You to Bright, blocked at the net once again. And a four-touch violation. You're only allowed to hit the ball 3 times when it's on your side, and the Jumbos did not quite follow along with that.
Great net defense, too, by Middlebury, especially in these last couple of sets.
Klimo digs. You out to Stewart. Alper with the dig. Walsh to Sessions. Slap hit. Stewart. Back to Stewart. Raffle with the dig. Walsh. This time to Schaefer. Nice play from the Panther defense, but not quite good enough, and that'll be a jumbo point. Really nice hustle from Maddie Stewart there, just sort of sticking with it, both on the defensive and the offensive side of things. Alex Garrett taking her next round of serves.
And the crowd fired up, too.
Big crowd here for this NESCAC face-off. Walsh, ooh, little miscommunication there, but Sessions is there to bail them out. Acker with a big hit, denied at the net, and Nwangpa knew not quite close enough to close the distance, and that'll be a Middlebury point. 3-1 the score in the fourth.
Well, that's how that second set started, was they were down by a little bit, Tufts, and then slowly but surely Middlebury widened that lead, so we'll see if the same pattern holds here.
Golden to Garrett. Garrett sends it back. Alper to Walsh, back to Golden. Free ball for Tufts. Set by Garrett. Big hit from Nwangpa is going to be found by Raffle. Walsh over to Roberts. Garrett. Not quite enough simpatico is what I'm going to call that. Not quite enough simpatico between you and Nwangpa, as Nwangpa attempted one of her flying kills, just couldn't quite do it, and her attempt to save the last of it was not quite good enough. Golden back on her next set of serves. Garrett to you. Maddie Stewart there this time, and a really great pinpoint accurate, just cross court into the corner. Raffle and Golden wanted absolutely nothing to do with that.
That was a great strike.
That'll give the Jumbos their second point of the game, bring the score out to 2-4. Kelly Klimo on the serve here. Jump serve. Found by Sessions. Tapped over by Walsh. Klimo with the save. Back to Stewart. And another great hit straight into the corner. This time beating out Shea Golden.
Yeah, it seems when Tufts at their best when they can accurately hit balls to either the back left or the back right. That's really what worked for them last set.
Klimo back on the serve. Raffle with the dig. That's Walsh. Sessions. Nice save from you. Back to Alper. Walsh. Sessions with the hit. Klimo. Nice save from you. Garrett's going to have to free ball that back. Alper to Walsh. And that was Alice Roberts with a hit that glanced by Garrett and gave the point to the Middlebury Panthers. That'll be 5-3 in favor of Middlebury.
Phenomenal effort by you there. She really saved that point for Tufts so many times.
Kolodka out to Garrett. A little bit too much. To Stewart. Free ball back to Middlebury. That's Golden to Walsh. To Raffle. Garrett to you. That's Jennifer Ryan this time, finding some free real estate, and a point for the Jumbos brings the score back to 5-4 in the fourth. Really nice heads-up play, this time from Jennifer Ryan. Freshman not having seen a lot of time, a lot of new faces here for the Jumbos up against their NESCAC rivals. Stewart's jump serve will be found by Alper to Walsh. Big hit from Alice Roberts once again. Coming into her own, as we said earlier, if the Panthers want to win here, they can't rely on Raffle, and they haven't been so far. Raffle's been relegated a bit to a supporting and defensive role, but Roberts and Kolodka have really shown up, along with Walsh doing what she does best. Nice hit from Ryan. Is going to be found by Golden. Kolodka. Raffle just slaps it over, and a slight miscommunication, just a misplay there. I'm going to call that a misplay for Jennifer Ryan, who, or we'll say the Jumbo's defense at large. Roberts looks to continue. Standing serve, trickles over, saved by Garrett, and then you. Klima with the free ball. Roberts to Walsh. That's going to be poked over by Raffle, saved by Stewart to you. Sophia Acker with a big hit. That's going to be Golden. Back to Kolodka, and a free ball for Jumbos. Garrett slapped over by you, and that's just going to barely beat Roberts down to the ground. And a nice heads-up play from you, once again sort of showcasing, using more of her tricks, but they kind of need to now here in the fourth quarter. This is, as we said earlier, put up or shut up time. Middlebury's got to win or go home. So both teams will be pulling out all the stops here. Acker on the serve. Jump serve. Down to Kolodka. To Walsh. Big hit from Raffle's going to be denied at the net. Found by Alper. To Walsh. This time Kolodka with the slap hit. Acker with the dig. Angela Yu with the putback. That's Donnelly. Saved by Stewart. Klimo. Mackenzie Bright. Not a slap, but a nice hit down to Golden. Walsh. Raffle this time. Nice save from Mackenzie Bright to keep the point alive. Walsh. That's Donnelly. Big hit save from Maddie Stewart. Mackenzie Bright. Alper. That'll do it. Really great volley from just all sides there. Mackenzie Bright with a couple of really close plays there to keep the point alive for the Jumbos, and Middlebury just couldn't quite hang on to it.
Yeah, a lot of great defense there.
Scores now 7-6. Middlebury in the lead. Acker's next serve. Out to Kolodka. Walsh. Big hit from Raffle's going to be dug by Acker. Set by Klimo. Bright is going to poke it over, and just showing that refinement we talked about. Really just heads up playing, just switching everything up right now. The putback is, it's a tough thing to do, to see the holes in a team's defense and go for them, because you really have to commit.
Well, she's really been executing. She has 13 kills on the day.
Acker, nice play. That's going to be Raffle, who is going to be saved by the Jumbo's defense. Nice hit from Acker. And once again, Kolodka to Walsh. Flying hit from Raffle is going to on it up. That'll be a Jumbo's point. Scoreboard not quite keeping up along with us. Erroneous hit just a little bit from Raffle. Sophia Acker takes her next serve. Kolodka to Walsh. That's Donnelly on the hit this time. Klimo's dig is just barely good enough as Stewart keeps the point alive. Donnelly to Walsh. And Stewart just couldn't quite keep up with it. Just a lot of effort expended on the previous play.
Yeah, I think all that effort actually got the Jumbos a little bit out of alignment there. Good on Middlebury to execute.
Absolutely. Capitalize when you can. I'm a Walsh on the serve this time. Trickles over. Too much mustard from Sophia Acker to send it back and give the Middlebury Panthers an easy point in the lead. 9-8 in the fourth set.
Jumbo's got to regroup their defense here.
Jumbo's leading overall 2-1. Panthers got to win here or go home. And another just poke from Mackenzie Bright. Middlebury's been a little bit too set up for that overwhelming power that she showcased a lot in the second and third sets, and so just have not yet been prepared for the off-speed offerings that she's had. Jennifer Ryan's going to take her next set of serves. Standing serve, found by Alper. Walsh. That's Roberts, or excuse me, Schaefer this time. Big power from Mackenzie Bright, saved by Kolodka. Walsh to Schaefer. Once again, and another great sort of tandem hit. There's the simpatico that's necessary for a lot of the Jumbo's sort of flashier plays, I guess we'll say. Mackenzie Bright really showcased her power once again, but it came back down to a quick little sort of setup from Yu to Nwangpa. Jennifer Ryan, serve to Kolodka. Alper. Donnelly with the hit, and that's going to make its way just barely around that Tufts roof. Nwangpa and Yu there.
And Middlebury's really had a lot of success splitting those two Tufts defenders going up.
Becca Raffle, standing serve to Acker. You. That's Nwangpa. Alper to Walsh. Sessions. Stewart. You sets. Mackenzie Wright puts it down. Alper with the save, though. Walsh. That's Schaefer to Acker. Nice effort from you. Saved, just barely saved. Point stays alive for the Jumbos. Walsh. That's Schaefer. And a little bit of miscommunication is just good enough for a Middlebury point. Stewart and Acker both had ambitions for that ball.
Seems like Middlebury's doing a great job of deflecting these power shots. Seem very prepared for them, especially in the middle.
Middlebury. That's Raffle to you. Kenzie Bright puts it down, but that's Walsh is there to save it. Donnelly. That's Sessions this time. Acker to you. Mackenzie Bright. Some big power. It's just a little bit too far for the ref to like that inbounds. Panthers extend their lead 12-10.
I like the adjustment made by Bright there, though. She tries the floater. Seems like Middlebury's prepared for it. Goes back to the power shot.
Bright to you. Nwangpa's hit is going to be good enough to beat the defense there. That was Sessions and Donnelly lining up there. Use standing serve to Sessions. Walsh. Good, faked me out actually almost a little bit. Walsh's set kind of looked like it was going to go to Donnelly there, but Sessions was stepped up to take the hit. Not good enough for the Jumbos defense, for the net defense, which gets them back to a tie game here in the fourth set. You to Sessions. That's Walsh. And a big hit from Schaefer is just barely going to be saved by Klimo. And Sessions just kind of has to tap it over. Saved by you. Hit from Nwangpa's denied. Another hit from Nwangpa's denied. And a really great effort from the Jumbos defense is not good enough as Middlebury keeps the pressure up and takes the point 13-12.
Some of these saves by Klimo are just blowing my mind right now.
Absolutely.
Barely stopped that ball from going on the ground.
Alper out to Klimo. Acker. Stewart, nice power on the hit as that deflects actually inbounds for the Panthers, but that reties the game this time at 13. As you were saying, there is a reason that Klimo wears the off-color jersey for the Jumbos. Has worn it every single game so far that she hasn't been injured for, of course. Integral part of this Jumbos team. Alex Garrett on the serve, dug by Sessions, set by Walsh. Nice hit and a dig from Klimo. Another one of those great plays. Acker with a big hit. A little bit too much power, though. Gives the lead right back to the Jumbos at 14-13. And just even more just locking horns between these two teams, which are, neither one of them have horns, but it's not like you can lock tusks and claws, I guess. I don't even know. It's bad analogy.
Would be an interesting fight, though.
Hammer and tongs for sure between these two teams. A little awkward set there from you, but that's going to be saved by Alper to Walsh. Big hit from Sessions, denied at the net, this time by Maddie Stewart and Christina Nwangpa, and that's just shutdown defense we've been seeing all night from Maddie Stewart. Quite frankly, Christina Nwangpa too, even though she's had a couple of misses from a couple of different partners that she's had, but still a great defensive night from Christina Nwangpa. As Klimo's floater just barely saved by Kolodka. Garrett with the dig. You back to Stewart, who slams it down into some free real estate in the middle. Great split once again, and the Jumbos retake the lead. First lead they've had in a while, I think, actually. This time at 15-14 in the fourth set.
Yeah, it's either been tied up or Middlebury's had a 1-point lead, but we could see a bit of momentum swinging here.
Klimo to Walsh. Sessions. Awkward save from you. Klimo. You just free balls it back to Middlebury. Raffle to Walsh. Nice save from you. And a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Garrett was expecting a slightly quicker recovery time from Angela Yu, but score is retied at 15 as the Panthers claw their way back into the tie. There's the analogy I can use. Panthers and claws.
Found it.
Home crowd getting fired up for the Jumbos here. They want to see a quick end to this game. Kolodka's serve to Klimo. You. Nice hit from Garrett. It's going to be saved by Gigi Alper. Walsh to Raffle. And a double touch on, must have been Alper for the set there. gives the lead right back to Tufts to 16-15, and it could be the crowd a little bit. Cousins Gymnasium can get incredibly loud during when the capacity crowd, which we almost have here for a regular season game. Alper with the dig. Walsh, great hit from Alice Roberts there, continues her winning ways as Panthers retie the game at 16 apiece in the fourth.
What you were saying about that capacity crowd, it is Tufts Parents Weekend after all, so a lot of parents are trying to see their kids.
Alice Roberts' serve is going to be an error, service error. Jumbos retake the lead at 17-16. We were pretty close to the point where Alex Garrett sort of took things over in the third set. Sophia Acro will look to do the same here in the fourth. Raffle with the dig. Walsh back to Raffle. Klima with the dig. That was given the travel sign, like a basketball travel sign. I apologize to our volleyball viewers. I have no idea what that is. But a jumbo error will give the point to the Panthers and retie the game at 17 apiece. Walsh, this time to Acker. You with the set. Jennifer Ryan with the put. Kolotka's there to save it. Walsh, Becca Raffle with the strong hit. Acker's there. You, big hit from Jennifer Ryan's going to be a bit too powerful and give the point to the Panthers.
Just barely missed.
18-17 is the score here in the fourth set, and Cora Thompson takes her first of 2 timeouts for the set. And just this is why I love this game. Just incredible, like 4 different sort of. There's a word I'm looking for here, and I can't quite find it, but just sort of microcosms. That's it. Microcosms of just different games. That first set, won by Tufts, was just a couple too many mistakes made by Middlebury, and Tufts just managed to keep the pressure on. Second game, Middlebury just had control the entire way. Just nothing to it. Third game, just back and forth until Alex Garrett came in and got the momentum for the Jumbos. Here, Middlebury did not let that phase them at all. They've got the talent. They have the talent to be back-to-back NESCAC champions again, and they're showcasing it right here, right now. So, fourth set, what do they have to do just to stay in this game?
Who, Tufts or Middlebury?
Middlebury, sorry. That was a poorly framed question. What does Middlebury have to do to stay in this game?
Well, they got to keep getting defensive plays. A lot of their success has come from blocking those jumbo hits, especially from Bright and number 12. I don't remember her name, but if they can keep doing that and keep the defensive pressure on, I think they have a good shot.
Absolutely.
Their defense has been very solid today.
Brighton and Wongpa certainly have the hot hands, as usual starters Bridget Bell and Heather Holtz have been riding the bench most of this game. So nothing to their ability, but you, Bright, Jennifer Ryan have all had incredibly hot hands. Jennifer Ryan's having herself quite a game right now as Christine Wongpa checks back in. Reties the game at 18, and she'll take this round of serves for the Jumbos.
Gotta get the sweat towel out there.
What is that, 3-0 for the Jumbos, winning the sweat towel game? That'll be my running joke for that. I will find funny no matter how many times I mention it. Jennifer Ryan on the serve. Standing serve, down by Alper. Walsh. Little tap from Schaefer. Going to be found by you. Bright to Kolodka. Raffle with a big hit is going to find real estate, or not quite find real estate, but beat the net defense for sure, and bring the score out to 19-18 in favor of Middlebury.
Great directional hitting and trust from Raffle on that hit. She saw the defenders and took a gamble to try to hit to her right side.
12th kill of the game for Raffle. Acker to you. And that was Mackenzie Bright this time. Bright leading the game with her 15th kill there as she sends it down and reties the game at 19 apiece in the fourth. Hughes standing serve. Sessions to Walsh. Schaefer's hit is blocked up the net by the roof this time, coming together for the Jumbos defense. And that'll be 20-19 in favor of the Tufts Jumbos.
Yeah, it looks like Emma Walsh has been having a bit of a rough time, number 7. They've gone after her a couple times.
You to Alper. Walsh. Donnelly, saved by Alper. Really nice heads-up play from Alper there. Tapped over by Bright. To Walsh. That's Schaefer. Sessions to Bright. Yu. Big hit from Bright's going to beat the defense, but Alper's there to save it. Walsh back to Sessions. Tapped over, but denied at the net. Set by Schaefer. Big hit from Raffles going to be dug by Klimo. Set by Yu. To Bright. Big hit. Saved by Alper. Too much on it. Milwaukee's there to slam the door and bring the score out to 21-19 in favor of the Jumbos. That's stuff you fantasize about, I feel like, as a volleyball player. Just easy, just teed up. It's like seeing just a hanger in baseball and just crushing it out of the park. Just the same kind of satisfaction of slamming it down and bringing the people in the stands to their feet. You can see it and hear it a little bit more from the microphones. But Middlebury takes their second time out of the set, and what just happened?
I don't know. I think Tufts has just really come together. Middlebury was trying everything they could. Directional shots, slams, floaters, and Tufts' defense was just holding together strong. And I think they're just wearing Middlebury down a little bit right there, and that was a good timeout by their coach.
Absolutely great
analysis.
analysis.
Seeing that they're
absolutely great analysis there, and it just speaks volumes to the mental toughness and the maturity that we were talking about earlier, despite their young age. It's an average age of, I would hazard to say, somewhere between 18 and 19 right now, because it's a lot of sophomores and a lot of freshmen on the team right now. So really great, but again, really great effort from the Middlebury Panthers right now, just keeping it close and keeping it together. This game is by no means over yet. Middlebury has shown the capacity for lots of momentum swings and have shown the ability to take back control of the game. So Jumbos have to stay tough and keep things going.
Yeah, Jumbos can't let the success they've been having recently go to their heads. They got to really just finish out Middlebury.
Angela Yu back on the serve. Standing serve. Dug by Alper. Set by Walsh. Sessions with the tap. Awkward little kind of thing from Nwangpa. Klimo there with the defensive play, nicely done. Big hit from Stewart is going to find real estate just in front of Emma Walsh. And we were discussing this earlier. Emma Walsh not quite up to the challenge right now for the Middlebury Panthers. It's a tough break being the setter and having to try to make those defensive plays. That's not your purview. You should not have to be doing that. Too much power from Angela Yu. Service error. Keeps the Middlebury Panthers alive. It's 22-20 here in the fourth set. Panthers do have the technical skill and the mental toughness to sort of outlast the Jumbos. We'll see if they can do it here. Alper's serve is going to be found by Acker. Set to Yu. Behind the back. Sort of weird kind of little putback. Bright trying to keep the Panthers guessing. Not successful. It's going to fly straight into the net, and Cora Thompson's going to call her last timeout of the set. Score is 22-21, and there's the momentum again. Panthers looked like they were on death's doorstep, and quick 2 points in a row just like that. They are still in this. It is 22-21, and what's going to happen?
I have no clue. I don't know.
We're running out of things to say.
It seems like whoever calls the timeout does immediately better.
You see this happen in football. You see it happen in basketball all the time. Just using those timeouts strategically, and it's not very much. It's not a time thing right now. It's just interrupting the rhythm and sort of being able to take a breath, refocus, and just not have to think about anything. So I run back to it. We've got Bright, Yu, Klimo, Acker, Stewart, Nwangpa for the Jumbos. That's Schaefer, Sessions, Walsh, Raffle, Alper, and Roberts for the Panthers. Walsh with the dig. Sessions with the hit over. Awkward save from Klimo is not good enough, and the Panthers retie it at 22-22. Tight game. Tied deep in the fourth set. Everyone's looking pretty happy, though. Tired, sure, but no one looks incredibly uncomfortable. Panthers all business. Jumbo's a little bit more happy-go-lucky, but dig from Acker, set by Yu. Touch from Stewart is going to be saved by Walsh to Schaefer. That's Roberts. Klimo with the set. Right with a big hit's going to be too powerful, and the Panthers retake the lead, 23-22 in the fourth.
You know what really impresses me about these volleyball players right now?
What?
It's just every time someone makes a mistake, messes up, they just get right back together, and it's like nothing ever happened.
Alper to Acker. Big hit from Milwaukee is going to beat Raffle on the defense, and that's going to retie the score at 23-23. And folks, doesn't get any better than this. This is about as good as you're going to get when it comes to really any kind of volleyball. Collegiate volleyball, even at the D3 level, is quite honestly pretty close to, you know, it doesn't get better than this. I'm just going to say that again. Alex Garrett, super senior, back on the serve. Raffles dig is good for Walsh. Hit from Schaefer. This time to Acker. Awkward sort of couple of hits. They've got to free ball that back to Tufts. Alper to Garrett. Big hit from Blanco. Too much for Alper, and Raffle can't quite get there. 24-23, and this is match point for the Jumbos. And senior Alex Garrett, who slammed the door for the Jumbos in the 4th set, looking to do exactly the same in the 5th set. Everyone's on their feet. Lots of noise being made for Alex Garrett. Jump serve. That'll be it. Service ace. What a way to end it. That's senior night. Said it earlier. That's a Jumbo victory on an Alex Garrett service ace.
Did not seem like Middlebury was ready for that last point. I think the power of the crowd, everything just going around senior night,
I mean,
all just came together.
It's got it. I can't get enough of these sport analogies, but it's like hitting a walk-off home run or the game-winning three-pointer. Just hitting the last service ace just like that to put the nail in the coffin of your NESCAC rival, who, say it again, last time they were here, they lost. Jumbos lost to Middlebury in the 5th set, so got to feel amazingly, amazingly good for Alex Garrett. So that's it for us from JumboCast. Catch us, that's actually it for regular season volleyball play here in Cousins Gymnasium. Jumbos are on the road for the rest of the season. They play Endicott, MIT, Springfield, all in Williams, and then 2 weekends from now they go on the road to Connecticut where they play Connecticut College and Wesleyan. You should be sure to check in for that Wesleyan game because it's going to be a barn burner. But for now, next game we'll have is tomorrow's football game. Jumbo's going up against, I actually have no idea who they're going up against, but another football game for the Tufts Jumbos. So thanks for joining us here on JumboCast. I'm Andrew McMillan.
And I'm Trevor Russo.
And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.